Let's recap what we talked about today. You can cold call, you can text message, you can do mailers. Yo, what's going on, world? Wanted to tap in with you today to talk about something very important when it comes to your business, and it's different marketing strategies. I know a lot of us struggle when it comes to marketing, especially if you're new. I know I always say that, but especially if you're new, I know trying to reach out to sellers or finding different means to reach out to the sellers may be one of your hardest tasks. So today I wanted to give you a few different ways that you can use to try to reach out to different sellers to bring your leads in. Some of them are easy, some may cost a little money, some may cost a lot of money. It depends on your budget and what you're willing to work with. Nonetheless, let's get straight to it. The first thing I want to talk about is cold calling. I know a lot of us know about cold calling, and trust me, cold calling kills the game. It is like a great source. It's low cost, you get straight to the seller, and you get to reach out to them and talk to them personally. The only problem is sometimes, and when I mean sometimes, I mean most of the times, you have to buy the information to make sure you get the right, accurate phone number from the sellers. There are thousands of free sites that you can use to try to pull in phone numbers for motivated sellers. But the problem is a lot of that information is inaccurate. You ever heard the saying, you get what you pay for? Well, it kind of leads to this as well. Leads. Funny, but it goes in with that as well, that when you're reaching out to these leads or you're trying to get the information for the leads, yes, you can find free methods of finding this information. Trust me, I do it all the time. TruePeopleSearch.com, my favorite website, is not the most accurate, but when it works and it's free. But again, you get what you pay for. There's more legwork involved in that. But if you do the work and you start cold calling, oh my God, the possibilities are endless, man. The good thing about cold calling, like I said, you're calling directly to the seller. So if you have the right information, you know you got the right person on the phone. It's a matter about if you're able to convert them. Another good thing about cold calling is you don't have to wait. You don't have to sit around and wait for any type of response. It's up to you if you reach out and touch base with the seller. Leave a voicemail. Do what you got to do. But you know you have the ability to call them. You have their phone number. You have their contact information. That is game changing. To me, cold calling is an excellent source. People hate cold calling. They don't want to reach out to people. They're nervous. They don't know the script. In one of my past videos, if you check right here, I left you the script to use when you call these people. You don't need nothing else. Call them, use the script. Trust me, you're going to get cussed out. You're going to get fussed out. You're going to have people hang up on you. You're going to have people say no, but stay persistent with it. Keep on pushing. Cold calling. It works only if you work. That was a bar. Another method that works for me, and this is now my new favorite method, and it might be a great method for a lot of you introverts. Yes, you. I see you. No, not you. Excuse me. You. Yeah, you. It will be a great thing for people who don't like jumping on the phone, who have a fear of the phone, of calling people. You don't have any problem calling your friends, but you got problems calling money. Anyways, this is great for you type of people because you can text. Yes, text messaging is now my new favorite thing. I don't have a problem jumping on the phone. I'll call anybody, but I don't like doing it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'd rather text. So lately, I've been killing the game with text messages. You would be surprised how many people are willing to sell their property through a text message. Yes, man, I reach out to them. You keep it simple, basic, nothing complicated. No need to over-explain anything. My message literally says, "Hey, John, my name is Robert and I'm reaching out to you about your property on 123 Main Street. Just want to see if maybe you would consider an offer on your property." And then we go from there. Of course, when they respond, you're going to have some things to respond with. And I will teach you those things later down the line. Text messaging works. It is a killer. It's low cost. All you got to do is get the numbers. Now, we'll talk about the numbers in a minute, but that is the hardest part. Once you get the numbers, oh, it's game time, baby. And there are so many services out here like Text Magic and Okay, that's the only one I know right now. But there's a lot of different ones that you can reach out to and they will text these people for you. What you do, upload your list and tell them, hey, I want you to reach out to these people. They will send a text message saying, hey, are you interested in selling your property? It takes less work off of you. Once they respond, yeah, they are motivated. They run through a few more questions that they ask the person. And once they find that level of motivation that you need, they reach out to you like, hey, hot lead, what you gonna do? That's great for those who may not have the time to sit there and text people all day. What do? I use Google Voice for my text messaging, and I copy the same message and I paste it and I paste it and I paste it. Only thing I do is change the address in each text message. Now, trust me, it's very tedious, very time consuming, but very worth it when it pays off. Trust me on this. You want to do this. Sit there and send out the text messages or hire a company to do it. Either way it goes, texting is a great marketing strategy, and I need you to implement it starting today. Why wait? Another thing I want to talk about, and this is what I started out with originally, it's sending out mailers. I'm pretty positive this is the most expensive type of marketing. I don't know, maybe on the radio or TV might be more expensive. I don't know. I'm not talking about that because I've never done it. But sending out letters can be very expensive. Whether you do yellow letters or postcards, they can both cost a lot of money. I will say postcards are cheaper than yellow letters. You may be asking, what is a yellow letter? It is a letter written on a yellow piece of paper. Duh. But it basically just states, hey, I'm interested in buying your property, and you mail it out to people. Why yellow? I don't know. People said it works. Who knows what color the paper is before they open the envelope? I don't know, but it's where it works. So we use it on yellow paper, and we use red ink. Again, why? I don't know. But it's where it works. So that's what I did. I take a little yellow piece of paper and write my message on it in red ink saying, hey, I want to buy your house. And I will mail it out to people. Now, how can that be expensive? Well, postage alone is like 50 cents per letter. So that's a lot right there. In addition to the postage, you got to buy the envelopes. You got to buy the paper. You have to buy the ink. It's a lot that consists of sending out mailers. But I will say, and this is just from my personal experience, yellow letters have made me the most money throughout my little career that I've had. It has had the best return in my opinion. Once again, it is expensive, so I stopped doing it. I just can't keep justifying spending that type of money when I know there are cheaper ways to bring in the leads, but it does work. Like I said, my letter got straight to the point and mentioned what I was trying to do, and it killed every single time because it looked handwritten. But I used a little thing over here. That little printer, that thing saved my life. Trust me, you can get things jumping for a cheaper price if you know how to work the system. You don't have to go get some big company to print your letters. You don't have to get some big old company to provide everything for you. You can do it at home. It takes a lot of legwork, but trust me, it is worth it. I'll post a video on that. I posted it to Facebook a long time ago. I'll go ahead and post it on my channel to show you how to make your own at-home yellow letter printing service. It's great. But I also mentioned postcards. Postcards can kill too. But think about it. When somebody sends you a postcard, what do you typically do? File 13. If you don't know what that is, that's the trash, man. You throw it away. You don't typically look at it. But they are becoming popular in some states and cities and stuff. I don't totally disagree with them because I've used them and they work. It all depends on your message, your presentation, and how you want to present yourself. I guess that's the same thing as presentation. I shouldn't have said that twice. But depending on how you put your material out there will also depend on how it's received. If it looks cheap, crappy, and raggedy, you're not going to get the type of leads you want. But if you have quality looking professional postcards with like professional photos or just things that look good, people will take you more serious. Once again, you don't have to go spend thousands of dollars. Postcards are way cheaper than yellow letters, but a little less effective, but they still will get the job done. It all depends on what you put on there. Something I've noticed a lot of people have been doing is putting a little tag on their postcard that says, hey, text this number for an offer immediately on your property. And people do it. Why? Because people don't want to call everybody. They don't want to talk to you on the phone and have you asking them a million questions. They want to offer on their property, so they text that number, and it's your job to make sure you reach back out to them, give them the offer that they're looking for, or some type of communication to where you may be possibly able to lock that person up. Don't let these things go to waste, and don't be afraid of trying these different things. You have a lot of people trying to talk you out of doing mailing because they are so expensive, and I am one of them. But at the same time, I know how beneficial mailing can be. So I won't turn my back on it. You might want to do it. I'm just saying, you might want to do it once you get your money right. You might want to just take all these different methods and put them together. You might want to do some cold calling, not you, hire somebody. You might want to do some text messaging, not you, hire somebody. You might want to start sending letters out, not you, hire somebody. You put them all together and just reach out to people. You never know what will work for somebody. Try everything. You try cold calling, that ain't work. Try texting, that ain't work. Send them a letter. You never know what will work for that person. If they're motivated, they're going to sell. You just got to reach out to them in the way that they want to be communicated with. Now, we talked about calling, texting people. You may be asking yourself, where do I get these phone numbers from? This is where you will have to spend some money, and it's buying a list. There are several companies out here who you can buy a list from. You have ListSource, you have PropStream, you have individuals who sell lists. Me personally, I don't like using any big company because sometimes the information can be watered down or everybody has access to it. I try to zone in where there's not so much access. I use one person and one person only for the past few years for my leads. That's my boy, Erik Torrente. I will go ahead and post this information down here with his website and stuff so you can reach out to him. I've used him for years, and I promise you, every list I ever got from this dude, every list I ever got from this guy, I had to do like slow motion. Every list I ever got from this guy, I made at least one deal from. I usually buy them by at least 1,000 at a time. Sometimes more. I've gone up to 7,000, 10,000 at one time, but typically we get them by 1,000 at a time. That way it's more manageable for me. My brain ain't that big. I need to focus. And we go through those numbers. We hit them up. And every time I got at least one deal. Now you may be saying, dang, you got 1,000 names and you close one deal. Do you know how much you can make off of one deal? You better ask yourself, man. Those lists can run anywhere from a few $100s to thousands of dollars, depending on how many leads you get. But for me personally, like I said, I keep it under 1,000, typically 1,000 or less, and that works for me, and it's under $500 to get the names, the property address, the mailing address, the email, and the phone number. Bro, we hitting these people up. $500, 1,000 names. It's time to cash out. Stop sleeping on it. Just my opinion, you guys can do what you want, but I go to the individual. It works for me. No diss against the big sites, it's just not my thing. Another thing you can do to go ahead and get straight to it is JVing deals. I know we talked about doing JVs before, joint ventures, and it's great. But keep in mind, if you take your business and you only focus on sellers, you can JV with guys who only focus on buyers. You can work together. I'm not saying they only have to work on buyers. Maybe they have some buyers. But my point is, you can focus on one thing in the business. You don't have to focus on sellers and buyers. Say if you say, look, man, it's too much. I'd rather do one thing. You can be the dude who focus on buyers. Now, every time somebody comes up with a deal, you can reach out to them. Look, bro, I got many buyers who are looking for deals. Are you interested in doing a JV? If so, cool. Link up with that person. Do the JV. It's less work for you, less work for them. Y'all tag team and everybody makes money. Now, I will tell you, some people are a little funny about the little JV splits. Me, personally, I believe it should be 50-50. A buyer's half the deal and a seller's half the deal. You bring them together, that's 100%. Some people don't feel that way. They feel getting the seller is harder, so they feel they deserve more on the seller side, and you bringing the buyer deserves a little less. I don't believe in that, but I'm not everybody else. I can control what they think. What do I look like? Their father? With that in mind, JVs aren't bad, especially if you're just getting started. You don't have anything anyways. If you have 3 good buyers in your pocket and you don't have any sellers, why not JV? Yes, they may try to come to you and be like, look, bro, I'll give you 30% of the deal. No, it's not half, but it's 30% more than what you had before. Go ahead and cash out. Get your feet wet. Just make sure you protect yourself. Keep in mind, nobody owns a buyer. I hate when people say, yo, they stole my buyer. You own him? They stole that from you? No, people do some shady stuff and they'll try to go and talk to your buyer and sell them deals, which is messed up, and I don't believe in that either. But you don't own that person. They have their own decision and they can go work with that person if they want to. Now, if you have your game down tight like I do with some of my buyers, you don't have to worry about that. Some of my buyers, I don't care who it is. I've had wholesalers try to go around me and reach out to my buyer. My buyer called me like, bro, you might want to call your man. He just hit me up trying to cut you out the deal. I don't believe in that. Bro, you trying to take something from me, bro? What? You trying to take something from me? Sometimes in this game, you might have to go mess somebody up. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you might want to go out here and put hands on these people, but you can't do that. Just know, as long as you are protected with your buyer, you have good rapport, you got everything aligned, there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about these people, man. They're going to hate on your game regardless. They're going to be backstabbers. There's snakes everywhere. You have friends from the snakes. You know that, right? People would do some shady stuff. I would tell you, real estate, especially wholesaling, is a great business, but it is a very shady business. People would try to take advantage of you. People would try to do you wrong. Make sure you have your paperwork in place and you have good rapport with people who would tell you when something is being done behind your back. Relationships matter. Okay, guys, I think I gave you enough ways to go ahead and find a deal starting today. Please don't waste any more time. I don't want to hear anything, bro. Please don't waste any more time. I don't want to hear any more excuses like, I can't do this, I can't do that. I just gave you some ways that you can go get a deal starting today. There's no need to sit around. Yes, some of this costs you money, but try the free routes. If it doesn't work, then no, I got to go spend some money. But if it does, no, I'm about to make some money. Either way it goes, it's going to work as long as you do. That's a bar again. I brought it back. Yes. Keep grinding, keep pushing, use these methods to go ahead and get a deal done. These are easy marketing strategies. Let's recap what we talked about today because I gave you some game to go out there and get a deal immediately. You can cold call, you can text message, you can do some mailing, you can send out here and do the JVing, and you can go ahead and buy the list. You do that, you put it together, you're going to get a deal. All I need you to do is get to work. I gave you the game, please. Make it happen, man. I believe in you. I know you can do it because I did it. And trust me, I ain't the smartest. I ain't dumb, but I ain't the smartest. And I know you smarter than me. You can do it. Go out there and grind, bro. Let's make it happen. So until the next video, until things blow up even more and we got some more exciting stuff for you, use this information and get to work. Don't waste any more time. I know you got it. Till next time, peace. I love ya. I always seem to forget to tell you guys to please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe. Do that for me, please.